What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think, let me know what you want to see, and I hope that you enjoy the video and you stay along for the ride. So I am about to update you guys on my labor and delivery, what's going on with me as I am now 2-week postpartum, and yeah, let you know how I'm doing, how's baby doing, all of that good stuff. So first things first. So I started to go into labor on May 25th. So for a minute, I thought that I was leaking fluid, but that wasn't the case. It was just more so mucus plug. So I went to the doctor on May 25th because I thought my water broke. So I went there at like 1 a.m. Was there at 1 a.m. Well, I called my doctor at 1 a.m. Correction. Got to the hospital at 3 a.m. and they checked me and everything. I'm here at the hospital on the monitor, checking baby's heart rate and to see if I'm contracting, which I am. Next, they'll be checking to see if my water did break, in fact, and if it did, I'll be having a baby. They checked me and everything, and it was like, no, you're not having a baby. So they sent me home literally like an hour after. So 4 o'clock a.m. went home. That was no baby. So next day, that morning, that afternoon, I was just like cramping, still having contractions, and my contractions wasn't really that strong. It was just like I wasn't really feeling 100%. But yeah, so my mucus plug was still coming out throughout the whole entire day, so on and so forth. So I'm like, all right, I think it's gonna, happen, especially since I went to the doctor the night before, and they're checking my cervix and everything, and I was at the time 3 centimeters dilated, either 2 or 3, don't get me lying, but I think I was 3 centimeters dilated. So being that they checked my cervix, that gave it a little bit more of a kickstart for my labor as well. That night of the 25th, I'll say, going into the 26th, my contractions became stronger at like 2 a.m. So 2 a.m. they were like 10 minutes apart, and they were more consistent. So it's about 2 a.m. and I am having contractions 10 minutes apart. So I'm just waiting for them to reach 5 minutes so I can call my doctor and get ready to go to the hospital. But this baby is definitely coming out this time. I was trying to get some sleep, but the contractions started happening much stronger and faster. So that's pretty much out. And so I called the doctor and whatever. They was like, all right, well, let me know when they're 5 minutes apart. I'm like, okay. I'll wait till 5 minutes apart, which I did. Head to the hospital. It's like 5 a.m. at this point. So I get there, they check me, and they're like, yep, we're gonna admit you. You're about to have a baby. So I'm like, it's lit. So they get me hooked up to the monitor and everything, and they're like, the baby isn't liking your contraction. So I'm like, what do you mean by that? So every time I was having a contraction, the baby's heart rate was dropping. So at that moment, I was only 3 centimeters dilated still. So you gotta be 9 and 10 centimeters dilated before you get ready to push. And it was only about 5 a.m. So it would have been a long time for me to be waiting till I was ready to push. So we're gonna keep watching, which they did. At this point, I don't know what time it is. I wasn't really watching my phone or anything. I was just breathing through my contractions because they were getting consistent. But honestly, they weren't that bad.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
At this point, they're like, yeah, we're not going to keep waiting. He's really not feeling the contractions. We got to get him out of there. So it's like a lot going on, though, in the midst of me having my contractions, them telling me, you know, it's not looking good, them still monitoring him, and them talking in the background amongst each other. It was a lot going on, and it happened like quick. So I didn't really have any time to process it. So they were like, do you understand what's going on? So I'm like, yeah, you know, I get what's going on. So the doctor comes in that is gonna perform my surgery. He's letting me know everything. I'm signing papers. It was a lot. I was like, I can't. So they have me sign the papers. I get ready to prepare to go in there. I take a moment with Kay. I'm like, can we just have a moment? You know, I prayed, and it was time to go into the OR room. So I was in the OR room. They cut me open, pull my baby out, and that was it. So y'all know it's COVID going on, and they got to do all these extra precautions and everything. So
Rewind.
got into the hospital at 5 a.m. They had me take the coronavirus test. So at least 4 hours has passed, and it's supposed to be a rapid test, at least I thought. So once I was able to once they delivered my baby, they were like, oh, we can't give him to you because we don't know if your results are negative or positive. So I'm like, what is taking so long? So luckily, Kay was able to go and hold the baby, which is crazy because they don't test whoever you bring in the hospital with you. But anyway, so I had to wait like mad long because, mind you, again, I'm still cut open. They're still doing what they are doing down there. And I'm just like laying there like looking at him from a distance, you know, because I could see him, but not being able to touch him. It was just like the worst moments ever because I didn't get off the table until almost like 12 o'clock. So it was just like, that was the worst part, honestly. Just knowing that he had been born and he was away from me for such a long time, especially because I already envisioned how I wanted my delivery to go, which was natural. As you guys already know, I wanted to push. I wanted to be able to experience that. I feel like that's what really makes a true like labor and delivery, going through all of that pain, pushing the baby out, and then having that big sigh of relief when the baby's on your chest. Sadly, I wasn't able to do that, but the biggest part was that he came out healthy. There was no complications at all. So, I mean, I really cannot complain, you know? So I'm grateful that they took heed and got me the heck up out of that room and on that table, because who knows what would have happened if, you know, I even waited longer to go to the hospital. So yeah, finally was able to hold my baby. At that point, I think it was probably like 12 o'clock. I finally was healed up. Well, not healed, I would say, but stitched up, and heading back to my recovery room. So once I did that, it was fine in the hospital, just being able to get the assistance I needed from the nurses. But then it did become annoying because, I mean, they really come in like clockwork. Like, everyone's knocking on your door, a whole bunch of different people, and then it's like not really personal in a way because everyone has these masks on. You're just looking at people in their eyes. You don't really see any facial expression. So it was just like, I needed to get out of there. And I kind of wish I didn't, because of the fact that I just had a major surgery. You know what I'm saying? So, and I never had a major surgery before. So not knowing and being prepared for the recovery once I got home, but and if I stayed in the hospital those 4 max days, I would have been able to fully recover maybe a little bit better than I have, because once I did go home, I'm having to go up and down stairs, and you're not supposed to be doing any of that. And you know, I'm lifting stuff I'm not supposed to be lifting, bending down. So it would have been better to stay in the hospital for as long as I could have. But like I said, I had my reasonings. But luckily, I do not have to worry much about my recovery process anymore, because I have good support around me. So the healing process has been very, very good for me now. The first week was rough, but now that I'm in week 2 going on week 3, it's definitely getting better. Yeah, so he was born with a head full of hair, 6 pounds 1 ounce, so he's super tiny but mighty, I like to say. But he's a super peaceful baby. He rarely cries unless, you know, he is up to his head with waiting to get fed. Right now he is peace and quiet, and I don't believe in disturbing the peace, so I may or may not reveal him to you guys at a later date. But until then, just know that he is very, very well. Those that know me personally, I believe that you have already seen a glimpse of his wonderful face, and I'm sure you will be able to see him more in the near future. And yeah, I really, really, really hope you guys enjoy this video. You know, like I said, I am doing well, I am recovering well, I am just blessed, as my shirt says. I am grateful for this great gift that God has given me, and I am super excited to go on this journey through motherhood until the day I die. So thank you for watching this video. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can know whenever I upload another video. And thanks for watching.